choices. I've endorsed the man that I believe is best for our country.
We have breaking news. ABC News and George Stephanopoulos have reached a settlement with President-elect Trump in his defamation lawsuit. The network agrees to pay $15 million as a charitable contribution to Trump's presidential library. ABC and Stephanopoulos will also issue statements of regret as an editor's note to the March 2024 article and television segment that prompted Trump to file the lawsuit earlier this year.
A few moments later.
You know, authoritarian dictators throughout history have often come to power in democratic societies. You know how it happens? Look around. Look at what's going on in this country right now. This is how it happens. People give in. People obey in advance. That's what you saw yesterday with ABC News paying essentially extortion money to Donald Trump, protection money to a mob boss thug in that settlement of a defamation suit that Donald Trump had absolutely no chance whatsoever of winning. It's ABC giving in to a dictator in advance. And you've seen this you've seen this with Morning Joe and Mika running down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss his butt. You've seen billionaires lining up to kiss his ass. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook, on and on and on, obeying in advance, trying to get on the good side of the authoritarian so that maybe he won't come after them. You've seen it with the Republican Party. Time and again, they could have been rid of this guy. But out of cowardice, thinking, oh, he'll just go away. He's not going to win re-election. We don't have to convict him in the second impeachment trial. At every turn, the people in positions to be able to stop this man have refused to do so because they're cowards.
Yes, I have a couple of videos I'm going to show you. Ring case, them lawmakers tears into obedience of ABC News, settling Trump defamation suit with Neil Ben. They are not happy. I've seen a lot of these people putting out ridiculous clips on social media, partaking to this. I think ABC is not stupid. If they believe that they could win this lawsuit, they will not settle this. It is because they have realized that it is impossible for them to win and they don't want to drag this. They know the end result of it. The only best thing to do is to settle. Now, Democrats on social media are going off. So I'm calling out MMBC. We saw what Morning Joe did last month. Now, ABC, I don't get the point why they are so freaking out about it. It is important. We take an exclusive look into what is going on. Yesterday, I decided not to report this because I wanted to see this murder. That is what I'm interested on. Reporting the direct news could have not been interesting like what you're about to see.
Might have already lost the Democrats their next election. How? By agreeing to settle a lawsuit for $15 million without taking it to trial. They also have to issue a public apology. I hate to say it, but Trump keeps on winning. And liberal media keeps giving him these wins. ABC News, why are you not taking it to trial? We want to see discovery with Donald Trump. The content would be a goldmine. And the worst thing about all of this, the dumbest people on the internet think they are smart and that they are winning. Do you know how many times this $15 million lawsuit settlement will be referenced in the future for Republicans? Literally generations. To make it all worse, how did George Stephanopoulos respond? He deactivated his Twitter account.
This is what I mean by Democrat-funded or Democrat-leaning media is spineless. This is what I mean by this. Because ABC just agreed to bend the knee and pay this motherfucker $15 million to settle their defamation case against them because of what they said about Trump avoiding the 60 Minutes interview. But we all know why ABC is bending the knee. We all understand why they're bending the knee. And the reason for that is because Trump is a very petty and vicious person. And since he holds on to grudges, and he vowed to go after political opponents and is putting a lot of his sycophantic, weirdo-ass supporters in high positions of power in order to do so, who the fuck is to say that news and TV stations are off the table in this crusade? Democratically run media is so bad at just being able to stand on shit and staying 10 toes down. That's why they'll never be conservative media. That's why Democrats are going to end up becoming more conservative over these next, 4 to 10 years, with the Republicans and conservatives running, the House, the Senate, like pretty much everything. Like, this is going to happen more often because instead of Democrats trying to put funding into their pundits and building up a strong base of support for their constituents, they would much rather just turn over. And that's what we're going to see over these next 4 to 10 years. I guarantee you, Democrats are not going to fight back. They're just going to let it happen. So if you thought that there was going to be a strong Democratic presence during this administration, you were wrong. And this just goes to show it.
These people cannot hide it any longer. They just admitted this, and you can see it clearly that ABC is a Democrat-run media. ABC is supposed to just be the way they are, supporting them, doing everything to support the Democratic Party. That is what these people are telling me. I don't get the point. ABC is being humiliated to a level that they can't even take it back. The punishment could have been way worse than this if they carry on to the trial. It could have been worse than this. They have to still pay 1 million into legal fees. A lot of people are not even satisfied that this money is small. If ABC is doing this, it is because they have realized that the end result of the trial will be a disaster to them. So the only solution to quench this down is to settle. So I don't understand why these people are crying here. They don't understand anything. I believe people who knows what exactly is going on, what this guy did, they should not even be talking. Okay, imagine if they proceeded with, then they slammed them one a million fine to pay to Trump. The money will be big. So the only thing is just to give out this 15 million. It's not about bending the knee. It is seeing the end result. They know that this guy made a big mistake, what he did. And he came out and apologized. So when you see these crazy snowflakes, I'm sorry to call them like that.
Brian, does this tell us about the president-elect's possible strategy for dealing with the media going forward? We know he's very litigious.
One word comes to mind, the word emboldened. Trump and his team is going to be emboldened by this settlement by ABC, because rather than fight this out any further, rather than trying to go to trial, ABC is choosing to settle. What does that mean? Maybe that means ABC had embarrassing emails or text messages or other material that was going to make the network look bad. Remember, that's one of the reasons why Fox News settled against Dominion last year. Sometimes networks settle because they don't want to drag it out any further and get embarrassed in the court of public opinion. But regardless of ABC's rationale, and they won't say why exactly they decided to reach this settlement, it will embolden Trump and his allies who, as you've said, have shown they want to use the courts in order to achieve certain outcomes they want. In this case, they believe justice is being done by holding ABC accountable. Others would say this is a form of lawfare where you're using the courts to tie up news outlets and embarrass them and cost them, in this case, millions of dollars. I'm really struck, Jessica, by the dollar figure, by the way, $16 million. That's a lot of money for any news outlet to be paying out. And that's going to have, I think, far-reaching
raped another woman and then defamed her. Talk about shaming a woman if she's so concerned about victims being shamed. What about what Donald Trump does to his victim? Judge said
if Trump team actually wanted to sue a lot of these people, the number will be outstanding. Like, seriously, what I saw with some of these people putting out during that time, they said the same thing. with ABC. Trump just had to pick up one to sample so the rest can learn. Now, some will hold their mouth like this when they want to mention his name. Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly, especially people who support me on daily basis. I see your comments. Sometimes I reply. It motivates me to create videos, show you what is happening in and around you every single day.
One of their officers called.
So what's going on?
One over my shoulder.
Ignorance possible. I had a conversation with the Deputy Secretary of Defense.
Multiple times.
Just, went like, how dare you? Do you even know what an audit is? And I'm like,
Women and so many men are
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I've never seen that.
Saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great. Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that